Before I get into the plunge, I felt that we should take a nice deep breath, because I understand that some of the things that I want to explore, talk about, and whatever, they may be challenging for some people, because some people have got their mind in a box and some people have got God in a box. And look, we got to knock down walls, all right? You know, we got to break boxes. We gotta move forward. Okay, so I want to help anybody who might have difficulty with that, and then anybody else who's already like, nah, my God's not in a box, and my mind's not in a box either. Great, I think you'll still enjoy this little philosophical foray here. Okay, we're gonna take that deep breath before the plunge, so that we are able to go deep enough to find things of value, right? Not run out of air halfway and have to go back empty-handed. Okay, so when we're talking about God, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the creator of the universe. Is it male? Is it female? Is it like some other pronoun? It's the creator of the universe, okay? It transcends gender and sexuality and all of that stuff. I mean, we're wasting our time. Well, God should be called the Father. God should be called the Mother. What? These are words. Okay, these are words, these are symbols for ideas. Anyone that thinks that they can encapsulate the creator of the universe with one word, whatever you smoking, maybe I need some to just chill myself out, because that's just bananas. All right, we're talking about the creator of the universe. It is not male, it is not female, it is not limited to a physical form. Okay, it's beyond our complete comprehension, and we all just need to get humble and recognize that, instead of stop thinking that we know. You have ideas, you have beliefs, but knowledge? I mean, listen, there are those of us with lots of knowledge, and I'm not knocking anybody who spent the time questing to gain their knowledge, but for those of you that have not spent a lot of time questing, be humble. And those of you that have spent a lot of time, still be humble, because there's still more that you don't know, right? There's the things you know, and then there's the things that you know that you don't know yet, and then there's the things that you don't even know that you don't even know, okay? So we all need to be humble when it comes to that. Stop putting God in a box and saying that it has to be this and it couldn't be that, right? Aliens, okay? Would proof, absolute proof, of alien life, right? Life that did not originate on planet Earth, would that disprove the existence of a creator God, or even contradict the Bible? No! If there are aliens, God created them. That's it! Evolution. If we actually, our physical bodies evolved from some type of ape-like ancestor, primate ancestor, does that disprove the existence of God or the Bible? No! 1,000 times no! Okay? Listen, do you know how much stuff is not in the Bible? So we say, well, there's nothing in the Bible about aliens, and what? There ain't nothing in the Bible about how to make a good stew. Maybe there is, actually. I may be wrong about that, but do you see my point? So anybody who doesn't already know that, I'm going to hammer down on that, because we got to knock down walls here, okay? Cannot have God in a box, and you cannot have your mind in a box, because that's one of the ways that you connect with your source, your God, okay? With that mind. You chain it up. Well, if you ask me, that's blasphemy, quite frankly. God gave you a mind, God gave you freedom. You want to stick it in a box? More than one way to look at everything. Okay, so let's think about these holy books that are out there. A lot of wisdom in them. I've been making videos about the wisdom in them, right? A lot of wisdom in them, a lot of truth in them. But I had to ask myself at some point in my spiritual religious education, if I were the adversary, right? Because that's what, Satan, it means the adversary, right? And you can see how, I mean, look, according to the Bible, you go to Job, and right in the beginning of Job, Satan shows up and is like, hey, God, how you doing? God's like, well, I'm doing pretty good. Have you checked out my servant Job? Boy, he loves the heck out of me. And Satan's like, yeah, it's only because you love the heck out of him. Start treating him like garbage and see what happens. And so God says, do what you want, but just don't kill him. I will show you how much he loves me and how loyal and faithful Job is. And the rest is the book of Job. Okay? So, we could debate the particulars of that. My point in bringing that up is just to say that Satan serves a purpose. Okay? Satan serves, and if you don't believe that, then I guess you don't believe the Bible, and I don't know, maybe this is the wrong conversation. But Satan serves a purpose, and his purpose is to deceive and to destroy and to pervert. And look, I can't explain why. All right, take it up with the Creator. I'm just saying what I've observed, okay? Because I gain my knowledge from observing the creation of the Creator. All right, this is the book that was here before all books, okay? And there's a lot to be learned from it. So Satan, any Satan worth his salt. If I were the adversary, would I find an incredible book full of wisdom and be like, oh, this is neat. This is teaching people a lot of great spiritual stuff about their Creator and how they ought to be living. Let me just not touch that and go and try to fool them in other places. All the good things that were put here for us to enjoy and learn from and benefit from, they've been touched by the Dark Lord, okay, to some extent. You got to expect that, okay? You got to expect that, and you got to understand that your Creator is not going to create a situation for you that's impossible, all right? There's a way to the truth. There's a way through the darkness to the light of truth, but you got to work for it. I mean, how absurd does this sound, right? How absurd does this sound? I want the best souls, but I'm going to make it ridiculously easy for people to succeed in this path that I'm laying out for them. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that there'll be this book that no darkness is allowed to touch. And all the truth that they need to know will be in this one book, and Satan can't touch it, and there we go. Boom. Yes, there's a lot of wonderful truth and wonderful gems in the Bible and other books that were compiled by the hands of men, but the original book of the Creator is the creation, and there's a tremendous amount of knowledge and wisdom and understanding to be gained from it. So what I'm encouraging anyone to do who's feeling a little squeamish about any of these ideas that I've tossed out there, really hammer down on it. And you know what? Listen, forget what I'm saying. Well, don't forget it. No, remember what I'm saying, hear what I'm saying, and then turn to your Creator with an open heart and an open mind. Release your Creator from whatever box you might have it in, and just ask for wisdom and discernment and the truth. You can find it. I'm telling you from experience. You can find it, all right? I have tossed and turned through almost everything that you could think of. I have spent decades looking for the truth of these matters, the spirit within and the spirit without. I found a lot. I certainly don't know everything, but I found a lot, all right? I've gone past just simple belief where, like, you've got some things that you know a little bit about, and so you believe in them. That's fine. That's it's kind of like a starting place, right? Actually, no, I would say faith. Blind faith is a starting place, right? And then you go to believing. You have a little bit of knowledge, so you're believing something. I'm at a point where I know enough that, like, I have knowledge. There's nothing that anybody can do or say that's going to make me think that there's no Creator and that I'm not the son of the Creator, along with my brothers and sisters here, okay? I know from experience that I'm not going to get into. I know. I've seen it. I've read it in the book of creation here, okay? When we get into things like giants and we start exploring alternative historical theories, don't get to thinking like, oh, this guy's trying to say that the Bible's BS. No such thing. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how there's things in the Bible that actually point toward alternative histories. Because remember, one of the things that the Bible also is a book of history. Okay, and there's things in there that get touched upon but not fully explored, right? I mean, did anyone explain where Cain found his wife? They don't talk about the daughters that Adam and Eve supposedly had. I mean, did anyone scratch their head on that? I mean, come on. I know some of y'all have, but like for anyone who hasn't, like, let's get real. There's stuff that's not in the Bible, in this Bible, and then there's books. Book of Enoch, anybody? Now there's a video, okay? There's books that didn't make it into the Bible. I mean, there's just all kinds of things going on, okay? So the Bible doesn't have everything in it that you could ever possibly want to know, and that's fine. It's fine. Don't get hung up on that. We're going to dig into giants. We're going to dig into ancient civilizations. We're going to dig into all kinds of things, and I just don't want anybody to get it twisted. I want to make this crystal clear. There is a Creator. You're a son or a daughter of it. And everything else is just part of the story of what happened, what might have happened way back then, what might happen tomorrow. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? I hope so. I really, really hope so, because that is one of the most dangerous things. And again, here's where Satan comes in. That is one of the most dangerous things. People putting God and their minds in a box. And then what is a box? What does a box do? What's the function of a box? Well, you put things in it. For what purpose? To separate them from other things, right? Aha! Division is one of the greatest tools of the adversary, okay? You'll have two people in a room talking about how much they love Jesus, and then a guy will come in and be like, but is it lawful to worship on the Sabbath, which is Saturday, or on Sunday? Now they can't agree, and they fighting over which day is the proper day to go to church. We have got to do better than that, people. We have got to do better than that. We have got to, because unity, we're all of the Creator, all right? And we're all at different stages in our development. We got different neuroses from this insane satanic world we living in, okay? So let's not lose our heads. Let's get our mind out of a box. Let's get God out of the box and open ourselves up to the truly wondrous and just incredible possibilities of the ancient history of this creation and what hopefully is a glorious future coming. All right? Free your mind and the rest will follow. I'm sorry I had to. Salt and pepper, what can I say? All right? But in all seriousness, free your mind and the rest will follow. Right? Let's do this fearlessly with the knowledge that we are of God, and God would want us to learn more about Creator and creation, right? Yeah. It's a type of worship in a sense. You're so interested in the Creator and the creation, you know? I mean, think about it like this. Someone that you love, someone in your family, you're interested in the things that they do, right? One of your kids comes and brings you a little paper airplane. You're like, oh, wow. Why? Is it because a paper airplane's that amazing? No, it's because someone you love made it. Seek knowledge.